Yeah, I'm looking for Norma Bates.
Okay.
Is she around?
Who are you?
I'm her brother.
Norma doesn't have a brother.
You sure about that?
Caleb is Norma's brother, and this episode is about his return into her life.
The last thing Norma needs is for this guy to show up. His presence there is so overwhelming and is so devastating.
There couldn't be a worse event in her past, and for this guy to resurface is enormously emotionally impactful for Norma.
There's a part of Caleb I think wants to make peace with himself and with Norma and maybe the demons that he has living inside of him.
What does he want from her? How do they continue? Do you get past that? Can you? Is there healing for incest?
It's, I think, a turn for us in the show because Norma's a person who gets things done, and when Norma has an idea, she acts on it and she does it.
Just out of nowhere, he just showed up.
All of a sudden, she's faced with somebody who she can't confront. This guy's sort of bigger and scarier than any other obstacle in her life.
Why is she so mad at you anyways?
Oh, man, you know how families are. Things that happened years and years ago, it's like they're yesterday.
Dylan has never really had anybody who's kind of let him in on personal family stuff, and all of a sudden he's found this guy, his uncle, who is giving him a lot of information, a lot of family history that he didn't know about.
Norma Louise, I remember, would get close. And then she'd get closer, and then you'd be as close as two people could possibly be. And suddenly you'd be out.
Imagine knowing nothing about your mother. What that means is you know nothing about yourself. You know, about where you're from, about what the history of your family is.
Dylan is constantly feeling like he's not included in things, especially because Norma and Norman's relationship is so tight. Something happened with you and your brother, Norma. What was it, huh?
Dylan, he has this desire for there to be sort of a normal, healthy family, but, you know, that's kind of impossible in the Bates clan.
He's kind of the outcast, and he's, you know, the different one from the family, especially now, you know, given what he finds out at the end of episode 3.
He raped me, Dylan. He raped me. Over and over.
Stop it.
Every day for years.
You're unbelievable, Norma.
That's horrifying for him. So he, in that moment, chooses to think his mom's lying because it's too painful to think the other thing.
The more he pushes, the more he backs Norma emotionally into a corner.
I don't believe you!
You get out of my house!
You'll say anything to get your own way!
And Norma has no choice but to drop her darkest secret on Dylan.
I'm not gonna let him hurt you! She's lying! Can you see
Damn it, he can't help it! It's his dad!
This is a huge emotional bomb that's been dropped.
And there's a million things that are going inside his mind when he hears that news.
This revelation explains a lot for someone who's trying to understand why he's always been on the outside, why he's never been fully accepted into this family. He connects this immediately to the fact that he's the product of this terrible act of rape and incest. He's now got to think about his life in completely different terms, and that's gonna have a really big impact on him.
You had sex with my mother.
I know something about you, Norma Bates.
I came here to kill you.
Dylan!
You pathetic son of a bitch!